Yo, what's up, folks? My name's Rowan, and we're playing more Dragon Age Inquisition. So, in our last episode, we basically recruited Iron Bull. We did some other stuff, but basically, we're gonna go ahead and talk to Iron Bull, and then continue on with our main quest. Maybe do some side questing too. There's plenty of side questing in this game, so it's gonna be a common theme that we get through some of that stuff. Oh, right. We gotta get
Got the
closer.
form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Canary learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
I'm impressed by what Cullen has accomplished with the troops.
Damn right. It takes time to build a group into a team, but he's got their loyalty. Now he just needs them to make a decent shield wall, and they'll be good to go. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
That's because all we've needed so far is damage control, reaction. A group can handle that. Once you've sealed the breach, it's gonna be time to make decisions. Someone's gonna have to step up. Who knows? Maybe you seal the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could. What's going on?
So, how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the cube. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
You can alter someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. Always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime or betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Qunari try to fix you.
An interesting argument.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
How'd that work out for you?
About as well as you'd expect. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, the Fog Warriors, or the Talvashah. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
You'd heard what the re-educators did to their prisoners.
Yes, I had. I wanted them to fix me like they fixed them. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Talvashah, work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
It sounds like you had a rough life under the Kyun.
What, 3 meals a day and free sex whenever I need it? I came out here for the challenge, boss. Figured I'd rough it with you savages. Anyway, nice talking with you. What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right, what do you want to know?
What's it like growing up under the Kyun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasrath.
You never knew your parents?
No. I know for you folks, that's a big deal. The Tamasrans were like our parents, though. Taught us to read, helped us go to sleep, all the parent stuff. I remember the one who helped me build things with blocks. She laughed when I knocked everything down.
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Orlais, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Kunari, the Ben Hasrath sets you straight, or kill you.
I've heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Kunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Sometimes I think I understand how different the Kunari are. And then I talk to you.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
I agree.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Well, depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the cube. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Kunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the Qun? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated, drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
The word Kunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Kunari who break away from the Qun are Talvashar, deserters.
What about Kunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Interesting. Forgot about this. I hope this is explained in the next game.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
What can I do for you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The Chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Kunari, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Vinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big old idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasroth, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
We'll talk later.
That's technically an oversight, blind spot, but you know what? I like their logic.
Travel safely.
Let's see. I wonder if we have enough to give anybody else any
Drake says he
more
won't have
armor.
more until next week.
Alright, so let's make armor for Cassandra. We'll save the tier 4 stuff until we get later on in the game. I feel like tier 3 even is kind of making us a little bit overpowered. Maybe not quite. We're still dying, but... Alright, let's see here. That looks pretty cool. Go with the Griffin plate then. That looks... Let's see, 22. It's got higher armor. It gets 6 defense, 5 utility, and 5 defense. Cloth defense. 13 metal, 9, and 9. This is probably better. Higher end tier 3. Let's do this one. This basically just determines the tint. Well, we got plenty of iron.
Looks fine.
Suppose we should probably give a weapon too, or a shield. How about just a shield?
Should serve you well.
Alright, let's equip her then. Sandra. You can have that. Wow. Ah, right, okay. Every 5th block with shield wall deals massive damage to enemies in the area. Okay, I didn't know it did that. That's pretty cool. Guess we'll give her her armor. Damn, she's looking pretty sick. And I guess we'll give, let's actually have the Kunari wear the Kunari armor, huh? And then we can give him, one-handed and shield as well, I guess. Weapons. Bull's Edge. We'll have to hold off until we get another one-handed weapon, I guess. Cullen's out here somewhere, I think. Ah, there's Cullen.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
That wasn't my idea.
I'd be concerned if it was. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying. Yes?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of it. I sympathize with their frustrations.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local Chantry to teach me. First, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still,
Damn.
I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
And what about your family? Did you miss them?
But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Before coming here, my keeper suggested I avoid Templars. Do they do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I'll try not to do so again. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession of the beast.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do. But Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you give the fruit, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then. Did you need something?
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I grew up in Ferelden near Holland. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. The apostate blew up in Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion. Turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I prefer not to speak of it.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time, then. Was there something you needed?
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's He's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
Yes?
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery. The Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
That's all for now.
Another time, then.
All right. let's get down to business. We're gonna go out and get some action. That sounded wrong, but I think you know what I meant.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition, the Bull's Chargers, they've got a healer of their own. He showed me some tricks. Got a demon claw wound to stop festering faster than I'd ever seen.
I've heard good things about the Chargers. Polite and respectful they are.
Everyone's respectful.
Actually, now that I think about this, we're gonna go talk to all of our followers, or companions, just to make sure they don't have anything new to add.
As I explored the Fade,
Ah,
I felt
yep.
the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it. I have marked its location as best I could determine.
Okay,
We'll
so
talk later.
maybe not.
Goodbye. Listen, I'm not saying that the Chantry doesn't do good. Need something?
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Okay. So I think we're safe. I don't think anybody else has anything else for us. Usually, I think they would do that in groups.
I saw the leader of the Bull's Chargers, that Iron Bull. He's something, is he not?
A learned
I will
child
take these
is a
injury
blessing
reports to
upon
research
his
in the nave.
parents and onto the Maker.
Alright, I suppose we should go back to the hinterlands. How about we do Iron Bull, so we can spec him as tank. Do Vivienne. And I'm thinking Sarah. Just for variety's sake. Alright. Let's see with Iron Bull here. So he's got a fresh spec. We will make him tank, and I don't know if I can pull off a two-handed tank. We'll try it first. We'll try a two-handed tank just to see if we can pull it off. Yeah, we're definitely going to go deep into this tree. We're going to do this one. That way our we all do gain guard while we're doing damage, which can help with survivability, which is literally the purpose of a tank. So we'll do that. Tactics. I think it might be fun to have him as a tank. We'll have to see if it works. Okay, good. This is definitely preferred. Okay. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Alright, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We still have to make our way up north to talk to the mages. We're gonna side with mages rather than Templars, I think. We can actually go over here. Solus with us? No, he's not. So we'll hold off on that for now. We'll do this one. Vivienne's with us, so we can go do this rift. We're going north. Oh, let's travel to the Crossroads. It's pretty quick. Alright, so we are going north and to the east.
Yes.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here.
I thought maybe this would be a way, but it's not. Uh-oh. Don't want to miss this quest down here.
Watch yourself. Bandits up ahead. Or something anyway. They're blocking the road.
You don't think they're bandits?
Bandits wait until people are vulnerable, then hit them fast so nobody escapes. These bastards show themselves too early. They care more about driving people away than taking loot. They're either stupid, or they're more than just bandits. And they're too well armed for stupid.
What can you tell me about the attackers on the road?
Several groups, some of them with bows. They've got better armor than most around here. It's too many for us. If you head out there, careful you don't get flanked. They don't take prisoners.
Thanks for the warning.
Alright, let's not go that way yet, not until we have Solus in our party. For now, we'll stick to the Redcliffe path. Ah, there go some people there. Wow. Yeah, Iron Bull doesn't really have any tools keeping him alive right now. We need to get him kitted out with a sword and a shield. Hopefully we get something soon. He didn't seem to use his bow either. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to the Crossroads, get Cassandra. Or Blackwall. Probably Cassandra.
So, I suppose you're right.
Ah, there's nowhere, nothing here that we can use to change our party. Okay, so we'll go back here then.
Sarah, was there ever actually someone named Red?
There was, maybe. Doesn't matter now.
You don't ever wonder how your organization got started.
Why? It isn't like a chantry where starts matter.
That would be giving it too much credit, that's true.
I'd be careful. The one in Navarre is mean.
I don't think I've run too often with Sarah in my party. It might actually be quite entertaining to have her in it. Alright, I'm not getting distracted, I promise. We'll go ahead and try. I just wanted to wait until their conversation was over before fast traveling. I don't like it when their conversations get cut off.
Maker, I hope it's not me.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here in relation to trade.
I do like this electricity type staff a lot better than I thought I would. The noise it makes is actually really cool. Alright, let's see here. Ah, right. Okay. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna have Cassandra run in first. Oh man, this might be a rough one, guys. Well, that's a regular lesser terror. Faith. Lesser shades. No upgrades. Alright, so she's gonna run right in. Why are you looking so silly, girl? Alright. Alright, we're gonna have everybody attack her immediately. Alright, first things first. We need to use a dispel, but we're going to figure out what the thing is we're going to use it on. Let's see. Any upgraded enemies? Yep, that one. And that one is upgraded too. So, where is your line of sight? Let's use spell. Maybe we can hit 2? Yeah, we might be able to. Did it work? It worked! We got rid of 2 of them. I love it. Alright. Gotta get rid of the terror first. That thing is really really does a lot of damage. Go. Didn't even have to disrupt the rift. Like we've got a quest here. The stone calls to me. In my dreams, as I shape it with chisel and hammer, it shapes me in return. My flesh twists, claws and fangs ripping forth. The light in the sky makes the stone so much louder. The cave in the hills has good strong stone. It can shape it into something strong enough to keep me safe if I hurry. Jendon, if you're having the dreams, go talk to the Templars. The war doesn't matter. Their job is to help when things are too frightening to deal with alone. And the only reason the Templars didn't find you as a child is because your parents hid you away. If carving helps you, here's a map to an old cave I stumbled on a few years back. I think it has the stone you like. Kind of makes me think it's a dwarf, but whoever he's talking to happens to be a mage, probably. And I don't think a dwarf would direct somebody to talk to Templars. Most dwarves don't have anything to do with the Chantry, except maybe Brother Burkle from Horzamar. Ah, that's that shield she's got. Alright, how do we get up here? Maybe your way over here? Yeah, there we go. And then cross. There we go, got a tome, and Vivian approves. Now we can get Vivian out of our party. We can go to this camp over here. I think that would be best, going to this camp. And we'll get rid of her at the new camp.
We should look around.
There we go. Can't she just use her shield bash? Yeah. he actually resistant to electric? Oh, yeah, he does have electricity resistance. Confront Tanner in Redcliffe Village. Templar Koran. In light of the recent, in light of current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when this unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Tanner. So, some sort of smuggler, maybe? Oh, shit.
My dear Cassandra, I am impressed with how well organized the Inquisition was in the aftermath of the Conclave.
It was chaos. I would hardly call it organized.
Perspective, darling. The Chantry hasn't even found the right vestments for issuing a statement on the Divine's death.
Being more flexible than the Chantry is not a difficult goal.
Take your victories where you can, dear.
So we've got a blade for Iron Bull now. Why don't you take care of this lock for me? Bottles of Thetis, Butter Bile. So that's a new quest. It's just a collection quest of various liquors. You can read that if you want to. Various liquors throughout Thetis. It's all about Iron Bow. We've got new gear for him, new sword for him, new Vitar. Oh, shit. Definitely not my intention. You guys coming out? Please come out. Did we lose them? I guess we lost them. Alright, we're trying to find this camp over here so we have another... We can change out our guys. Hmm. You know what? I think that's actually a different quest. Alright, let's go back to... We'll do it here. We'll change it out to Solus.
Have you ever had any interest in learning magic, Sarah?
Get off.
While it has not manifested naturally, there are ways to determine whether arcane gifts lie dormant within you.
What? Don't make me think about...
Oh, great. Now Solus is playing with her.
Night.
Sleeping would give you the chance to explore the Fade. I could introduce you to spirits.
Right, you're messing with me on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Why would I do that? It is not as though I know who filled my bedroll with lizards.
Fair point. That was pretty good.
I wonder if they become friends. I don't think I've ever had them both in the party. Like, particularly Sarah. I've had plenty of Solus in the party. In fact, he's pretty much a staple. But Sarah, not so much. So the dynamic between them, I'm not sure if it changes or not.
It's good to have.
Alright. Here we go. Get rid of these bandits. What is this? Squirrel! Oh, it's just another path to the same place. Okay.
Bandits ahead!
He's got electricity resistance.
Drive them out!
Easy, right? Too easy. Pissed.
According to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
Okay.
And Duran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead. Thank you for joining me. I do not think I could have done this alone.
What took you away from your clan?
They were all killed by a demon that our keeper was foolish enough to summon. I am the only survivor of Clan Vernen. I was searching for another clan that would take me in when the breach appeared. Now, I'm doing whatever I can to help with this madness. You, Flat Ear, can you manage it?
Yeah, we got new stuff.
What manner of fire is that?
I have heard of this, but never seen it before. It is called Veil Fire. It is a form of sympathetic magic, a memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Dude, what is going on here? I tried casting that spell like 3 times. It did nothing. Whoa. What are those? That looks really cool. That's something that other mage is doing back there.
One of the artifacts of my people.
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
So you spend a lot of time around dead people? Corpses?
As Navarans, we pay respect to the departed in family crypts.
Pay respect? Like pose them and dress them up and such?
Not in the way you're picturing.
It sounds like a big dead dollhouse. Dollhouses are creepy enough.
Well, now you know.
The
That's what I was looking
must
for.
be making the runes legible.
If the weird magic fire gives out stuff to make everything shiny, it's alright.
Sarah doesn't like magic.
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Mahalani, Maglandeba, Vi Enasali.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Cool. Amulet of Power is a combat, yeah, an ability point. Oh, it's for souls. Here you go, buddy. You can have your Amulet of Willpower back. I vote we make Solus kind of a fire mage. We'll have him be a different element than me. Alright, let's see. She's gonna roll in. Well, I guess she might as well just roll right in, huh? Nope, they're retreating because it's strategic. Run away.
Pursue.
There we go. Find the mercenary fortress. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. So they are trying to keep people away. An unsigned letter on a bandit body. We don't need any heroes on this operation. We're being paid to keep things quiet and keep trade away from the East Road. Yep. When reasonable, allow targets to flee and spread word of the danger of the area. When such is unreasonable, kill all targets, regardless of color's flow. So basically, they're keeping people away at all costs. Oh, shit. There we go.
We could make camp here.
And we shall. See how far along we are. Yeah, we're about half full. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's read it. Preliminary digs have been more than successful. It's extremely surprising to find a high quality of the product this close to the surface. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was growing. On one hand, this gives us an advantage, without having to work with the old families back in Orzammar, or even take this through official guild channels. Our families stand to make a killing. On the other hand, the proximity to the surface and the populated areas of Redcliffe raises an interesting challenge. The war between the mages and Templars should keep people out of the area for now, but as soon as the humans are done trying to kill each other, any operation we start will be uncovered. If we're going to take advantage of this opportunity, we need to keep people out of the area. I'd recommend manufacturing some bandits. This part of Ferelden is lousy with them, so they shouldn't attract much attention, and nobody will have trouble believing that bandits would stake out some territory. By the time anyone uncovers the operation, it will either be tapped out, in which case we'll be gone, or we'll have the operation running smoothly, in which case we'll be wealthy enough to deny everything and throw some money at the throne by way of apology. Talk to the families and make it happen. This is too good to pass up. Oh, I'm sorry I shit on your parade.
Nothing to report, sir.
Very good, very good. We need obsidian still for the Dwarven puzzle box. And then we need Deepstalker hide, which we're not going to be getting here anyway. I think we got to go back to the Storm Coast for the Deepstalker hide. Hey, Royal Upper.
Taking flight.
Oh, okay. Yep, nope. We're not going to be able to attack, Yeah, we're not going to be able to attack that dragon yet. We're too low level. I think it's like level... I think we have to be like level 10 or something. I don't remember. Not willing to find out quite yet. We're not there. Alright. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna head back up to Redcliffe is where we were going.
Redcliffe has seen more than its share of troubles. That the rebellion should play out here.
I think we already went up here. Yeah, we did. There's the mage hideout. We still missed a couple things over here. For now... Excuse me. Oh. Oh, thanks for that, Cassandra. Cheesy grappling chains. I think we're almost there. Yeah, right up here. Staying on the road is probably wise.
Redcliffe Village.
I want a constant watch on that damn thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Ah, there's a rift. Oh, this is one of those time ones. So I don't remember if this slows. I think yellow. Yeah. Yellow speeds up. Yep. How about you stand there? You can also do that. There we go. Oh, this is different. Okay, so we have a Wraith. We've got a Lesser Shade, another Lesser Shade, and an Elite promoted Lesser Shade. Alright, so I'm going there. You're going there. You're going there. So this speeds up time, basically. This little section here speeds up time. For our enemies, too, I think. So it might be a good idea to take care of this guy as quick as possible. Hmm. There we go. We closed it. Very cool.
What was that?
We don't know what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
Something's not right. Stay on your guard.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
That's Embryo. Sorry, I'm just looking around, making sure we're not missing any major loot here. See, we got a level 2. Woohoo! going to use this one. The delay, I think, is more valuable if I go Grand Enchanter, which I think I might. I still haven't decided. If you guys have an opinion on it, let me know in the comments. I think no matter what I do, it's going to be fun. Alright. Let's head in.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
The veil is weaker here.
And I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity.
We should talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Jeez. Guys don't let anybody pass, man. They're like those Just Stop Oil guys blocking traffic.
I hear most of the apostates are dead or hiding. We should be getting more refugees soon.
Do you think we should let them into the village?
Impressive craftsmanship to remain standing after such abuse.
Mother, I had the dream again last night.
No, there'll be no talk of this.
It was so real. And when I woke up, the sheets were as cold as ice.
Grandmother, I think we should go.
Go? In the middle of the war? Don't be a fool, girl. We did not flee Redcliffe when the dead walked into our village. We will not flee now.
What do you mean?
The Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden.
Tell me about your people.
They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Interesting.
Chantry will step in soon enough to put a stop to this foolishness, child. You'll see.
See? What did I tell you?
Thank you. Maker, I hope it's not me.
Ah, Master Lock. We can't actually get in there until we've gotten that perk.
Very well.
Even before the sky fell open, this was a land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of Redcliffe.
Alright, well, I suppose this is a good spot to stop. We're just under 2 hours. I don't want the video to go too long. I did learn my lesson. Apparently, the last time I did an over 2-hour video, it took all night to upload, and then it still was, by the time it was the time for the video to activate, I guess, on my channel, it was still fixing itself somehow. So we're going to keep the videos under 2 hours if possible, and that hopefully prevents that from happening again. That way you guys get the high quality videos. I think the video was uploaded fine. It was just in low quality. It has to do this little check before it is available in the higher quality 1080 and 1440p stuff. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night.